Hello. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. So please be on camera so that I can communicate more effectively with all of you. Yes, I can see many of you on camera. So thank you so much for everyone for joining for today's Career Dwar talk at 8 o'clock. And and I see that a lot many of you joining. Yes, wonderful that please be on camera, all of you. Yes. So what is today's topic? I hope all of you have seen little glimpse of that in the WhatsApp notification, right? About what are the building blocks, how we can become a successful in our career, and what are the powerful habits which makes us to be successful in our career, right? So before I share my slides, can some of you raise hand and just tell if you're able to hear me clearly? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Daly. Thank you, Shilpa. Thank you, everyone. Yes. So let's go into slides and let's tell into the topic. Please confirm if you are able to see my screen. One of you, please raise. Yes, thank you, Dali. Yes, I can see you. Okay, now let me put this in the screen sharing mode. Yes. Okay. So as I mentioned a while back, what are the building blocks which makes us career a successful one? And what are this? Nothing but you can see on the screen, powerful habits, which implies we are in the state of flow. So the way habits help us to shape our mind and become the state of flow and can attract the opportunity is what we're going to discuss in today's topic. How can we do that? And what are some of the examples around it? And how I'll guide you in some techniques to achieve that success with the help of the some of the templates and some examples which I have. Okay, that's the topic all about today. Now, let's go into this one. So this was a question which I used to have when I was doing my college days or even in my working in an early career also, thinking who can be successful, who can become. So I kind of did my research that I try to understand successful people. How did they become successful? I also try to understand rich people also. How did they become rich? All those things. So I think that, okay, people would have born with some special boon from God, or they would have born a rich family, or they would have done something in special in their life, which because of that, they're successful. So many myths, right? It keeps coming to us like this when someone becomes successful. We sometimes, as I said, sometimes think that, okay, it may be because of luck, or sometimes we may think that, okay, because they are born in that family only, because they are of that particular part of the country, all those things comes. But in my years of research, but the law of average, my research, it says that a person can become successful by his regular education and training methodology from his childhood. The habits what it develops, and anyone can become successful. It's not just one person, another person. You see, anyone can become successful with the habits what it develops and consistently does that. That is my research says, and that is a law of average also says that. I mean, average, when I say on average, this is a study. This is what it proves that the person with the successful habits can become successful. Now, let's move on. Now, some of the key pointers, let's understand how a powerful habit can lead to success, right? So achieve a short-term and long-term goals. So you all would have heard about short-term, what are long-term in the interview calls or here and there, everywhere. But ultimately, how are we achieving that? How are we achieving a short-term and long-term goals? Because we need to focus on that completely step by step on a regular focus. And please raise your hand if you're focused or if you're seeing your goals on a daily basis. Are you seeing your goals on a daily basis? No, I don't see some of the not much hands coming up, right? So we kind of try to short-term goals and long-term goals also, and we try to forget also. And especially at the beginning of the year, we try to put that in our diary and just forget about it, right? But when you start seeing the goal every day and every day move at least 1 to 5% towards your goals, that is when you can see your achievement, your short-term and long-term goals, right? That is the power. That is the power which habit has in terms of moving our short-term and long-term goals. And next, I can assure and can tell you that life will be in the order, less of surprise, less of shocks. And because you're already prepared for that. For example, touch wood, let's say that we keep hearing about layoffs, right? If something happens like that, you're already prepared. You're already ready for that one. let's say that something happens at your current office and you're getting interview calls, you're ready for that. You're ready that, okay, tomorrow's interview, I'm ready for that one. Let me go for that one. But if you start preparing after that way, if you start working on your resume or your LinkedIn profile, then you start preparing your technical question, then you're already late in the life, right? But if you're focusing on your habits and you're focusing on what to be done every day, your life will be in order and you won't feel that anything which comes in your life won't be any surprise for you. That one. Next, you become master of your niche, right? See, sometimes what happens is that even in the office also, when we are speaking with a manager, he asks some technical questions and we start to fumble. And when we go to some interview, they ask some technical questions. You'll start to fumble there also. But how many days this will go on, right? You come and outside the interview and say that, Venu, I'm not able to do the interview because the interview was too technical for me. The actual thing that is that you would have already done the work in your current office. It was all about the way to represent to the person. And it was all about developing your own niche and representing there. To do that one, to become the master of your niche, everyday movement and everyday work is required. That is when the question in the interview is asked, you can easily answer. It will come in the flow, right? That is the power of habits, which will help you to become a master of your niche. Another one. So you all would have heard, right? Compound interest can be considered as the eighth wonder. If you see the book Compound Effect, it really tells you the way compound interest works. So let me tell you that 1.5 years back, I took some of the SIPs. I actually got know about that by one of my mentors. I started working on getting that into investing in SIP from 1.5 years only. By now, if I look back and see that it has really grown almost 30 to 40%, right? So it's a kind of a mutual fund, right? The way you invest, it'll really give back to you so much that you're working on that. So it will act as a compound interest. Initially, you may feel that it's not moving. Initially, also, if you think, okay, 3 months, 4 months, you feel I'm doing my work, it's not moving like that. But when you're consistent, when you're moving on, after 6 months, after 1 year, you will see the result of that, and they will act as a compound interest. That's the power of the powerful habit. Now, let me move on to show you some of the testimonials in which I've read about. Of course, I've written a source here, information source. One of the recent book which I read was Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you have not read it, please go ahead and order from Amazon and read that one. Okay. So on the left side, you're seeing that strongest chess player in Hungary, siblings, Susan, Sophia, and Judith. Even I was astonished when I read about these testimonials, right? So this person you're seeing here was called as Laszlo Polgar. Okay, he is a person who believed that genius are not born, genius are made by right education and training. And very early in his life, like it was in 30s or 40s, in 1940s, 50s or something, he wanted to somehow prove this to world. He expressed this one to his, at that time, his girlfriend Clara, and said that both of them decided that we need to, I'm with you, and let's prove this to in one way or the other, right? Then they gave birth to three girl child, Susan, Sophia, and Judith, and they experimented with various subjects like physics, mathematics, English, and all. Then later they came to the shortlisted that chess will be the right thing for us to shortlist and show to the world that yes, by regular practice and focus, we can achieve success. So from some age of 4 on itself, they started teaching the kids the playing the chess game. In one of the interview, Polgar mentioned that his daughter's room was full of chess boards only, a lot of chess books. Even in the night, daughters were like doing like this. That means they were into so much that they practiced and helping and guidance from their parents. And so much so that they focused in such a way that they wanted to put their schooling in the homeschooling only. And because of that, Polgar bought a permission from the Hungary government and focused only on home education. And because of that, they completely focused on that day by day, day by day, day by day. And started from the 4 to 5 years only, all the sisters started beating all the grandmasters and became the grandmasters to their entire world. And especially Susan and Sophia really worked, and especially Judith Polgar, the third daughter, has been a top one grandmaster from past 27 years in Hungary. Can you believe this one? I was really surprised to see this testimony and understand that, okay, this is the power of regular habit making and focusing on that. So when common people like them who are in Hungary has been able to do that, why not we, right? When we focus on the regular habit, daily habit, whatever may come, this is what it happens in that, right? I have another testimony for all of you. Again, this is from the source of the book only, like Steve Martin. So I was also astonished when I was reading about this person. He was very, very early in his age, like around 5 to 6 years only. He decided that I want to come on TV shows or somewhere and on a screen. His goal was like, I want to come there, but he started working on that at that point of age only. Around 7 8 years only, he started selling some guidance book the from the Disney World, and then after that he went to some nearby magic shows and learned how the stage shows happens. And by the age of 9 and 10, he went and started giving some shows here and there. And by the age of 12 and 13, he acquired some places where he can speak for 1 minute every day. So it went on for almost until the age of 19. Then he got an opportunity to speak for 20 minutes per week. Then he that also went for almost like 5 years. And after that, someone saw him and took him for the TV show. Then he started another 5 years, went for some TV shows. And he became a permanent guest in one of the two famous TV shows at that point of time by the age of around 25 to 29. Then after that, he did a lot of movies. And also, by the age of 35, he started giving comedy shows in various parts of the US. But there was one time, he did around 60 shows in 62 days and almost around 70 shows in 80 days. And there was a day there, he announced his 3 day comedy shows, and within hours, all the tickets were booked. So in one of the interviews, Steve Martin says that I've worked 10 years on spending learning the things, and then 4 years on refining it, and 4 years on why I've seen wild success. So can you beat this? The person has been working since he was clear about his goal. He focused on that, regularly worked, and daily working, and because of that, he's there, he says. So he's also from a middle class family. He's not any rich person family, but he was able to make it. So like this, there are plenty of testimonials, of course, I've found even in India, but I thought I'm getting these people so that we all can understand that even we all can achieve when we take the actions on a daily basis. Now let's move on a little ahead and understand what is the state of flow. So you all may tell Venu, see, I keep taking action, but I'm not getting any opportunities. Even something happens, I'm not able to give my best. I'm getting interview calls, but I'm not able to give. All those things you may think. So when does this happen? When does opportunity comes in, right? That's what we're going to speak now. So believe me or not, this is what actually happens to most of the people. You will feel that no, when your friend gets some job, when you see that somebody posted, I start so and so person started a new position in this company on a LinkedIn post on a Monday morning, then you'll think, okay, this person is really lucky enough to get the job there. But actually, a lot of trouble he would have faced, a lot of interviews, a lot of challenges he would have faced, right? And you would have seen one movie or something got suddenly hit, but a lot of hard work would have gone behind it, right? It's not, it just doesn't happen like that. A lot of hard work would have gone behind the person and what he has done, right? What it is actually is the person who gets appreciation or the achievement, anything, are always in the consistent mode. They are in the focus that I need to achieve this, and they are clear about their goal on the day they wanted to achieve something only. The moment they become inconsistent, they see the downward trend and they're very clear about it. We need not go and tell them, guide them, all those things. So when you know that you want to achieve something, you have to be in consistent mode. If you go down itself and you become inconsistent actually. So where is the opportunity? Now, where is the thing, right? You all may start asking the question. That is nothing but again, it's a state of flow which comes when you're in the consistency mode. When you're in consistency mode, when you prepare or preparing to something, you'll see that opportunities flowing in. You see money flowing in. You see some interview calls flowing in and you grab it, right? For example, if you're not prepared, when any interview call comes, you say that, okay, please give me 2 days time. I want to prepare my resume and I'll send you updated resume like that. But when you're prepared with all those things, and when you're prepared with all the technical questions and interview questions, everything, and as soon as the interview call comes, you're there. You say that, yes, let me know when you can schedule my first round of interview, and I'm ready for that one. You're ready for that. And let's say that you start giving some sessions on sessions in the career dwar. After 1 year, You get a call or you get some opportunity, right? Saying that, okay, can you please provide your some topic in TEDx next year? If that kind of thing happens to me, I'll be ready for that because I'm already part of this. I'm already part of this. I'm delivering so many sessions. I'm ready for TEDx. Today, I'm here because I'm able to speak in various sessions already. You all know Career Dwar is already conducting Toastmaster sessions, and I'm part of that. I've been part of the session from almost 1 year, and I've delivered almost, I've completed my level 2, and I handled various role into that one. And because of all the practice, today I'm able to give the session to all of you without much preparation. I mean, of course, I spent little time on my slides, but I know the content what I have to deliver to you, and it's coming in a state of flow. So that is the reason that which happens. When opportunity comes, we are ready for that. When something comes, we are ready for that. So this is the phase we all have aimed to be there, right? And that happens only when we are consistent, only when we take actions every day. We just can't take compromise. Don't take it for granted for any single day. Even if you lose 1 or 2 days for vacations or any personal problem, bounce back. Bounce back. Make sure that it's continuous, no 2 or 3 days you will face the same thing. Just bounce back for that. But ensure that you're in state of flow. Your friends will be surprised to see what's happening with him. How is he speaking to everyone? Your manager will be surprised to see that the way you're speaking to all the calls. Your colleagues will start thinking, what have you done? So all those things, and your spouse and your kids will look up to you. They start asking, what are you doing? Can you help me? I'm not doing anything special. I'm only habitual to all the right habits. That should be your way of thinking. Now, let's move on further. So before that, so please raise a hand who all want to be in the state of flow. Yes, I can see some hands raising, some of you raising. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Some of you are switching on the camera to raise a hand. I appreciate that. Yes. Now let's move on to the next. Now, as I said in the beginning, that to move to that one, I'm going to tell you some hacks or some template to reach there. And this is the template, which I'm really happy to tell you that I'm using this template from past 400 days I kept it. I met my mentor 1.5 year back, Vishal Manocha, and I've been working on it consistently. Even today, I have this planner every day, without which I will not be able to progress, and I don't feel fulfilled also, right? So I'm going to show this all of you today, this particular template in a very manner which I have prepared for this particular session. But if you see, my goals sheet is very detailed, very, very detailed it is. I've only bought a snapshot of here and I'm going to show this to all of you. And one more thing, if you all, at the end of the session, we'll be giving you Facebook link. If you all join that, I will be sharing this particular template to all of you there. Okay, so let's spend a little time here and the way you can firstly prepare your goals and the daily action. First, you all need to understand what is your goal, right? So if you see my last column here, goals, actions, which I mentioned, nothing but the goals, sorry here. What are your goals? First, write on your goal. You should be clear about your goals, okay? So I mentioned here, reduce weight for something and go to foreign, and then for the health. And for family, go to foreign vacation by the next summer. And family, as a spouse, to get the job by 2025. And work, get promotion next cycle, get the next wonderful rating in next appraisal. Get the job, get the job by next 6 months and get 50% high. That's my goal. And future entrepreneurship, I'm ready for that. If something happens, I'm ready for that also. Prepare all related things and attend all trainings and business trainings related to that one. And branding, and become a thought leadership, and by giving so much, and how can you create a branding also. So my goals are ready. Like now, let us come to the daily actions. Every day I'm focused on that. Every day I'm seeing my goals on a daily basis on as soon as I get up in the morning and I put the actions. Of course, some of the actions I don't put every day, but I would have already prepared for next 3 weeks now itself. Okay. Let's say that I am a person who have not done any exercise before. So I just going to start with the 1%, but maybe 10 minutes of walk every day. Next day, 15 minutes, next day, 20 minutes, next day, 30 minutes, and goes on day 5, day 6, like that. So as I mentioned, I'm now in a day 400 like that. Then family members. Spend 15 minutes, spend 30 minutes, spend 30 minutes, and spend 60 minutes. So spend there and spend real time with them, and plan something. Sit with your spouse for some time and plan some, okay, what to do next. And sit with your daughters or kids and plan what you want to do, like that. And if your family spouse is looking for a job, support them. Speak to them straightforward so that you spend that fun. Otherwise, full day in the office, you won't feel like, sometimes you won't spend. Then work-wise, I want to discuss with someone, I want to close a project, I want to schedule a meeting, travel to new office. And these are all actions every day. If I meticulously do that one, it will help me to get the promotion and also a wonderful rating in the next appraisal. So I'm going to take it up to all these specific actions every day and focus on that one. And another focus is get a new job. And the moment I decide that my new job is it, I'm going to start working on that. Prepare your profile, prepare your resume, prepare your LinkedIn, practice 5 interview questions, practice 5 technical questions, practice 10 technical questions. Every day I'll sit and practice. And the way to practice, I'm sure you would have got wonderful sessions from other mentors here. They would have helped you with showing the AI tools and also practicing interview, all those things you've already seen, right? So practice like that. Practice seeing your mirror, practice record your own videos in a mobile. Play that. First you listen and then you watch. Get the feedback for yourself and work again. So you do yourself all this every day like that. 10 questions, 5 questions, 15 questions. And the moment you get an interview call, you're ready for that. You will not be fumbling, you will not be surprised at that point of time. Likewise, future entrepreneurship. If something happens to the job, I'm ready with my future entrepreneurship already with me. Every day I'm working already. I'm reading the specific books, I'm speaking to the mentor, I'm getting my practicing topics, and I'm having my own, I'm working on my YouTube channel. All those things are there readily with me. So tomorrow, if something happens to my job, I'm ready with my future entrepreneurship. I'm already working on that. I'm not waiting for that surprise to come for me. Then branding is very important aspect for me, right? So for that also, I'm working from day one. I prepare my LinkedIn profile. I'm going to work on LinkedIn posts every day, attend the event, and speak in the forum. And this will all help me to become a thought leader in my field by giving 10 speeches, writing 10 articles, and presenting my thesis in various places. That will be my goals. And every day, rate yourself. If you see the feedback I've given, I successfully completed all actions. Couldn't focus on branding. The third day, I could not spend full time with family. And fourth day, successfully completed all actions. So reflect upon your own actions, give feedback to yourself and work on that consistently. Be honest in giving feedback and work that way. Don't overwhelm with your some of the things. Sometimes you may not be able to focus on your future entrepreneurship work. Okay, focus on other three, then focus on these three. Like you plan yourself, and sometimes you come in a way that all of that you'll start focusing. Get started with that. You will only see that, okay, where I should go. Okay, I'm not willing to search for new job. I'm going to work on. Then you give more importance there, and another 1% less importance here. But beyond it, beyond that, right? So as I mentioned, I'm having this plan for almost for 1.5 years, and every day my day starts with that one, and I focus on that consistently. It has gone in my mind that these are the actions to be done, right? So, uh, okay, let's speak on some more details about what are your key takeaways in today's session. Of course, we spoke about the habitual thing, how we can really make that habit. And I also showed the template for all of you where you want to go. And when you're doing 3 months, 6 months, sometimes, as I mentioned, you may not be able to see the results immediately, right? After some days, you'll start seeing the opportunities coming your way. You see that you go to state of flow. You feel that momentum. You may not realize that you are in state of flow also sometimes, because you may feel that opportunities coming and you're able to easily handle them. Sometimes feedback comes in a way of appreciation. Sometimes you may get sudden one award from your manager. Sometimes a job offer. All those things are the one which will tell you that you're in state of flow, right? So that will only happen when you're focused on a regular, consistent action. So let us try to summarize in the key takeaways from today's session. Right. So what we understood, and I've been telling you from the beginning, is that focus on daily actions. There's a saying, right? To always try to run. If you're not able to run, please walk. And if it is not walk, at least crawl. That's what I'm telling you here. At least crawl, but never backward. that will put you in inconsistency mode and will not leave you any result. You'll start doubting yourself only. Next, stop procrastination, right? Show up even if you don't feel like. Any work, anything, any stay, any place, any meetings, if you procrastinate, the result will only another procrastination, another procrastination. So show up even if you're not able to, but just be there and just give your thought there and work in that way. That way you will be able to focus on work it out on a consistent actions. So this is what I've been telling from the beginning for all of you, that tiny actions makes big difference, right? Daily habits, which makes a lot of difference. As I mentioned in the beginning, success may not come for everyone, but even as just mentioned about the Polgar brothers and sisters, right? His father believed in that, saying that a genius is not born, genius is made with a regular right education and training. That's what the proven technique here, that tiny action, everyday action taking makes a lot of big difference. 1% every day moving there will lead to a successful, where you want to do. Today you may feel that things are not moving and you may feel that it's not happening, but step by step, when you take it up the action, it will really help you. At this point of a time, I thought if someone of you are in a playing mode of chess, or if you feel any of your relatives or your relative kids in the journey of playing the chess, there are plenty of books written by Polgar sisters and Polgar family. Please search in Amazon, and you may get the benefit of that. I was surprised to see that kind of achievements they have done, and the planning he's put for his daughters, and they're able to achieve that. So when I said that, Judith was almost like almost for 27 years, she was on the Grandmaster top one, right? So this is real example. Even Steve Martin, which I just mentioned a while back, it's a right example that if you stick to your habits and if you stick to your goal, what you want to do, and consistently, you can reach success. So ultimately, we all have to try to be in the state of flow to experience success and be in that momentum always. That is actually I would trying to tell you all that my mentors have helped me to be in always state of flow, to attract opportunities and stay positive always, and be a mentor for others, guide others, and take all the challenges coming in a very easy manner, and create the positivity around us, create the aura around us. That only happen when we strive to be in a state of flow, and then we can experience the success around us. Opportunities flows in, the money flows in, attraction flows in. All those things will happen when you're in state of flow. Be there and see the miracles happening around it. And that happens only when we take consistently to the top. When you're consistent, you see that your family will support you. When you're consistent, your colleagues will support you. Of course, in the beginning, I should tell your guru, your mentor is a person who really supports you consistent. Ultimately, the universe sees that you're consistent. One way or the other, universe will help you and guide you that you and take you where you want to go. That was my final wordings I want to tell you. Strive to be in state of flow to experience the success, right? I hope you will all got the message what I'm trying to tell you. So focus on, be on the state of flow and enjoy success. That's the message which I want to tell you all. So it's 8:28, and I would like to tell you all that our team will share the Facebook link to all of you. Please join there. And if you want the template as a bonus, which I'm sharing with you, also prepare the goal planner, please join there, and will be sharing there also. Right? And all of you, thank you so much for joining. At the same time, I just want to tell that tomorrow there's a talk, and there's a surprise for all of you. I don't know much about it, but it's a surprise for me also. Let's join and see that what is in store for us. So don't miss tomorrow's talk at 8 p.m. And it's a time up for me. So thank you so much for all of you joining. I hope you all enjoyed and had a great learning from today's session.